Now, more on the situation in Algeria and reports that more bodies have been found by the security forces searching in the In Amenas gas plant. I'm joined by the French-Algerian journalist Nabila Ramdani in the studio. And let's just look, Nabila, what we've heard over the past 12 hours or so. What do you make of the way things developed?
Well, I think the Algerian government has been pretty uncompromising from the start. They have, of course, been dealing with Islamic militancy for many, many years, and their approach has been raising some eyebrows, especially in the UK. But we have noticed over the last few hours how the British government is now saying that, of course, the blame is to be put on the terrorists, and a non-compromising approach was right and proper. So we're likely to see perhaps more cooperation between Western leaders who have been drawn in this conflict, with their nationals being taken hostages and in some instances being killed even, and indeed Algerian forces to try and make what is essentially an area which is extremely hard to police, with very porous borders involving several countries and cross-border organizations, perhaps more secure.
Al-Qaeda have claimed responsibility. Has it been a success for them in terms of an operation, would you say?
Well, I think what they were looking for, first and foremost, is a spectacular, to put it in rather crude terms, because they know that they can, in that manner, draw the attention of Western governments, Western populations, and indeed the Western media, and that they would respond to that. So in that respect, the publicity stunt has been quite successful. But we've heard a lot of governments, including the French government and indeed the American administration, praising the way the Algerians dealt with the situation, saying that they have effectively managed to contain what was an extremely dangerous threat, not only to the lives of the workers, local workers and Western lives, but also to the whole facility, when terrorists were threatening to blow up the whole gas facility.
And it was a huge area, isn't it? This gas plant is enormous, hundreds of people inside it, and yet still these terrorists were able to take over it.
Well, very much so, and it just highlights the problem that it's always a minority of radicals who manage to cause an awful lot of harm. This particular plant is the largest gas plant in Algeria, and it has to be said that the Algerian authorities have put it in rather blunt terms. They put forward the economics at stake here as well, and how in the long term Western interests could also be threatened further. And so I think what this is leading towards is improved security around Western installations that might not eradicate the problem of terrorism, of course, but it will make countries more secure.
Okay, Nabila, thank you. Barack Obama will be officially sworn in for his second term as US President shortly in a private ceremony at the White House. Now, that's a day before his public inauguration.